Morning. Hey, Hugh.
Dennis, how you doing, buddy?
Well, how far are we into this?
Okay, so we are just over 14K.
14K.
Yeah.
Into a marathon.
200 kilometer run. No, I'm just kidding. Marathon distance, 42K.
And we're still smiling.
We're still smiling, yeah.
So, I mean, in that 14K, we've talked about selling businesses, building businesses, selling businesses. We've talked about
kids.
Yeah. We've talked about running.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
And just recently, we talked about nonprofits and
we did.
Some of the things you've been learning. You have started a nonprofit called No Small Thing, correct?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And is it No Small Things?
No,
plural?
No, it's No Small Thing, and it comes from a Greek Stoic named Zeno. And Zeno was one of the founders of the whole Stoicism movement.
Yeah, love it.
And his quotation is, well-being is a matter of many small steps, but it's truly no small thing. And so we like this idea that any small action is a contribution to a bigger action. So when my partner Donna and I created it last year, our intention was to do what we could to get kids off their screens and outside.
Right.
Because we believe that the best classroom in the world is nature.
Yes.
And we believe that when you take someone who has grown up in the world of the internet and the smartphone and you put them in nature, it's like a foreign world at first.
Yes.
But the reality is, it's actually our most natural world.
Yes.
And that when you then add in some element of risk-taking, like physical risk-taking,
yes.
When you add in a component of socializing,
yes.
So working with other people,
yes.
And you put those ingredients together in the outdoors, that's where the magic happens. And we would like kids to get more addicted to the outdoors than they are to their phone. And it's not about saying that technology is bad because we all use it.
Yeah.
We're using it to promote our No Small Thing fund. But what we're saying is that there's a part of our life that is going to get richer if we are out in a place like this.
Right.
You know, riding our bike, going for a little rock climb, going for a little run or a hike, or just hanging out with your buddies. So that's what we created.
Fantastic. So I'll give you a case in point and why this resonates with me. So do this trail running thing, and my parents are always worried about me. They're like, what about your knees? You know, what happens if you fall and hurt yourself? You know, all of this kind of stuff. And I said to my dad, I said, well, this is kind of your fault. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, when I was a kid, you took us hiking. And it was the best time I had with you as your son. And he didn't even remember. So to him, it was a small thing. But to me, it was a huge thing.
There you go. Perfect.
And it stuck with me together. We built a strong bond, spending that time, just the two of us, out there in the wilderness. And he was like, well, you know, Dennis, we only went hiking a few times, but those few times stuck with me, and I've been outdoors ever since.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of like a case in point of what you're talking about, right? And
yeah, exactly.
And
right.
I see families out on the trail, and I see them dragging their kids behind them, and I kind of have a smile on my face because I'm like, just you wait, kids.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be out there on the trails when you're your parents' age because of this experience.
Exactly right. So, you know, when we were growing up, Dennis, it wasn't like a big choice. Oh, should I stay on my computer or my phone, or should I go outdoors? You just went outdoors because that's what you did with your time, right? That's where the entertainment was, and that's also where you found your friends.
It was your parents saying, get out.
Right.
And I don't want to see you until dinner.
So now, since around 2010, when the phones became really powerful, it's become a choice. Do I do this or do I do that?
Right.
And what we're trying to do is just encourage people, especially in that vulnerable early teenage years, to not make it a choice, just make it what you do. And they could do it on a very, simple level where they start enjoying walking or hiking, or they meet up for friends and they go for a picnic outdoors, or they jump on their bike and they ride to the gym or the school instead of taking their car or local transit, right? So they're doing stuff that is outdoors, but also where they're engaged in the outdoors.
Yes.
And so they're actually doing something physical in the outdoors. And that's when we really connect.
Absolutely.
And to me, it's interesting that, I have buddies now that lead forest bathing and exercises like that, right? And I think that's amazing. But why do we have to actually be guided to go into the forest? But sometimes that's what it takes, right? To have the experience that you need.
Yes. Yeah, part of the reason I'm doing this 50K run is because they're taking us to the top of Old Glory outside of Rosslyn, which has a fire lookout tower on it. And I've always wanted to see it, but didn't really want to run it by myself. Now, I've got friends that have joined the run with me, but they may leave me and ditch me. There's somebody off camera that we're talking about here. But it's kind of a guided way for me to get to that forest lookout tower.
So great.
Yeah.
And what a great challenge, right?
Now he's our cameraman.
Doesn't get better than this. And running backwards.
I know. If he hasn't got an injury now, he soon will.